Hey guys, and welcome back to the fish room. Today we got a new package in from Aquadecor. It's right here and it's for the African cichlid tank. Let's go and take a look at the African cichlid tank right now. This tank is going to change in today's video. You can see right now we've got a bunch of rocks in here. All the fish are doing good, but I feel like we can add more rocks. These guys are rock dwellers. They like to swim in and out of all the rocks, all the tunnels that they make as well. Like you can see one right here. I've got some nice large rocks, but you can see there's a lot of open space up here that we can cover up. Of course, it's good to have space for them to swim around, but these guys are called rock dwellers, so they want more rocks. Alright, so here's the package sent from Aquadecor. First of all, I want to thank Aquadecor for providing me these rocks. They sent it all the way from Europe, and each one is individually handmade, I believe, and they are quite awesome. The color is slightly off right now. You can see it's a very light color, but I purposely went with this because it's the closest color to the stones that I have right now. The only thing is that these stones have algae growing on them, so I'm hoping in the near future we'll get algae growing on these and they will look almost identical. Alright, so let's take out each one and we'll go and take a look at them individually. So we've got smaller sizes as well as larger size, a good mix of them, and they're all very light. It's not heavy, so that's a good thing. You don't have to worry about them like putting weight on the bottom of your tank. Right now I do have styrofoam in, but if you were to only use Aquadecor rocks, you wouldn't need any of that styrofoam or the protective egg crating. Yeah, you don't need any of that. And now we've got the rocks out of the plastic, and you can see they look really good. If you look close up, you can see all the detail in them. And I think this might be the biggest. Well, these three are the biggest. So we're going to put these in first, and we're going to try to build up on it, and then we've got some smaller ones. I love how they've got this dark color as well, so it's not like too monotone. But I say we get started. So it may look a little bit odd at first because the colors are quite different. We've got a light color rock and then the dark colored rock right now, but I bet you with time these will get covered up. You can see like on the underside of this rock how light it is, and then the algae has grown up on top. So if I actually flip these rocks around, they'll be very light on the underside. So I could flip them around, but I don't know. We'll play around and see. But first off, I just want to give these a good rinse. In the instructions it stated that you don't have to give these a good clean. There's no harmful chemicals in these. It's just that from shipping, some dust and little particles may accumulate on these, so you might just want to give that a good rinse off. So that's basically what I just did. I think this is my favorite piece. This is the nicest looking, and it's also one of the largest ones, so I'm gonna start with this. But let's begin, because I'm really excited to get this thing started. The fish, I think, are waiting. They want more rocks, so let's give it to them. Alright, so I've been traveling the last few days. I've been quite busy, and I just got back and have been making lots of changes to the fish room, but we'll get on to that later. Right now, I want to show you what's happening with the African cichlid tank. So, here it is. First of all, the green pipes. I'm not really liking the way these green pipes look, so in the future I'm planning to change these to either stainless steel pipes or glass lily pipes, but I think stainless steel will be much better in terms of maintenance, so I'm still thinking about that. But right here is the tank, the scape, and right now I'm not really loving it because of the color difference. You've got this really bright white color rock and then the sandstone with algae growing on it. But you can see this is sandstone without any algae on it. So all the sandstone in here used to look like that. So hopefully these Aquadecor rocks can grow some algae and then we can have them all looking natural. But I think the fish really are enjoying this because you can see like almost all of them are down at the rocks and they like to swim in and out of them. I think that's like a natural behavior. Like you can see a Demisoni, or maybe not, but like right under that rock, and a yellow lab. I hope they're not crossbreeding. I don't want any crossbreeding in here, but yeah, you can see them all swimming in and out of all the rocks, and I think that's really fun. And you might think, well, if there's all these rocks, they're never going to swim out, but that's not really true, because once you feed them some food, they'll always come out. And usually, they spend like their time equally out of the rocks and in the rocks, so it's not really that bad. But I don't know if they'll come out right now because I'm talking a lot, but I think they should. And once they see food, yeah, you can see that. We've got some babies in this tank. Like this is, that small one there is one that hatched out in here. But I'm hoping we can get more babies. I saw a few holding some eggs in their mouth. I think I saw one Demisoni and one yellow lab holding eggs, so I'm hoping they'll be able to spit them out and the babies, the fry, will be able to swim and live on their own in this tank. And with some of the Aquadecor rocks, I put them on its side, like this one back over here, so you can see it's like a cave. And I saw one of the African cichlids swimming in and out of there as well, so I'm just testing this out and seeing how they like it. So in the comments below, let me know what you think of the Aquadecor rocks. Right now, I don't really like the color, but I'm sure with time, once algae starts growing on it, it may take a while, I think it'll look much more natural and much better. But as for the fish room, lots of changes happening. So this tank, this is my stock tank right now. It's just growing a few plants that I have, and it's just, yeah, it's also growing some floating plants, salvinias, and some 𝗯𝘂𝘀𝗀𝘀𝘀. But I'm going to be taking all the plants out of here, putting it into that tank, and that's going to be my stock tank. Well, these two tanks are going to be like my plant holding and grow out tanks, propagating tanks. And then this one's going to get a reset, and what we're going to do with this tank is we're going to be using these stones right here, the 𝗯𝘂𝘀𝗀𝘀 stone, and we're going to be doing something very, very special, and I can't wait. I'm really excited to show you what kind of aquascape I've got planned for that. And now here, wow, it's dark. Yes, it is dark because I am doing a blackout on this tank because it has just started growing algae and it's not looking too good. I mean, the scape is still there. This is my contest tank. If you haven't seen the video, I'll put it up right there. But we ranked 309, which is quite good. I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm just happy that I'm able to get a consistent ranking every year. Hopefully, knock on wood, we'll get a good ranking next year as well. Hopefully better. I'm going to aim for a much better ranking next year. Let's hope we can do that. But you can see the 𝗯𝘂𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀 in this tank has been growing amazing. There's not much algae on the 𝗯𝘂𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀, but like on the Microsorm Trident, you can see all this hair algae. On some of the Anubias, well, the Anubias never really was in this tank. I just threw it in into this tank. We've also got Anubias, what do you call it, variegated, and it's looking really nice, but just this hair algae came out of nowhere. I think the light was on for too long, and it's just a balance. But I'm going to be taking this tank down, and we're going to be getting ready for the next contest. But just this is such an annoying algae. Look at that. So we've got to get this tank sorted out. Look at this rotala in here. So ever since I finished taking the picture for the contest aquarium, well, my friend helped me take the picture, but I just like full neglect. Well, not really neglect. I was doing water changes, but I just kind of used this as another stock tank where I wanted to grow some plants out like this. This is also a 𝗲𝘂𝗀𝘀𝗀𝘀. Oh yeah, I've got this special plant, Cyrus, but it's also got algae on it. So that's what happens when you neglect your tank, but it's alright. We're going to be resetting it, and I can't wait for the next contest. But I still don't know what I'm going to build. You gotta give me some ideas. What do we build for the next contest? Now over here, this is, you can see I've made some changes here. We used to have a big 6-foot stand, but I took that out. I just wanted to open more space up. And what's here is the Madagascar lace plant, which is doing alright. We still don't have a light for it, but the other day I did get a light. I got this. It's from a company called 𝗶𝗲𝘀𝗀𝘀, and this is their Akadama-chan model, and it's a very classy, fancy looking light, and I can't wait to use it. But I'm going to need some what do you call it, like sockets for that, because they're the plug-in type. So yeah, I might use that for this tank, but I'm not 100% sure yet. And then for the mini NA, you can see how much the plants have grown in, and we've also got some nice little red bee shrimp. So we'll need to do an update on this tank and also a trimming. But then over here are some immersed cryptocoryns that I am growing out in these little tanks. And then this tank here you can see is filled with water, but I'm planning to put some red bee shrimp in here and maybe try to do a tank just for them, a breeding red bee shrimp tank. Then we've got cryptocoryns, and this tank has had some dieback, but they're starting to slowly grow back. Like you can see some new shoots starting to sprout up. So yeah, cryptocoryns are kind of unique in that way. They'll die back, but then they'll grow back. So here we've got another cryptocoryn. This one is called 𝗶𝗲𝗀𝗀𝘀𝘀. And then some of my other cryptocoryns and Anubias growing in this tank. This tank has been running a long time. And then over here, oh wow, why did the light turn off? Yeah, this is just a plant holding tank for one of my friends. He asked me to order some plants and I got them for him, but just keeping it right now. This area here is not going to be permanently like this. Remember in the past I said I'm going to try to get a 5-foot stand. I want a 5-foot tank right here, so these will be all moving in the future. Like this one, as I said, is my friend, so we're going to give it to him and we'll clear the space out. And then with this one, I think I'm going to move it somewhere else. The other day it was over on this wall, but I don't want it blocking the door, so I might move it into another room or find another spot for it in this room. I'm just really excited for that one day when I get that 5-foot stand and tank, and then we get to scape something and get my dream fish. My dream fish is what we're doing this for. And yeah, I think is that what I'm doing this for? I'm not sure, but almost every day I'm thinking about that fish and thinking about a tank I can set up for them. A long-term tank, one that will run for a few years, or maybe many years, I hope. And something I don't have to always rescape. I just want to set something up kind of permanently and kind of make it like my home show aquarium. Kind of like Takashi Yamano's 4-meter tank in his house. Kind of like that, but a 5-foot tank version, a smaller version. Huge thank you to Aquadecor for these rocks. I'll leave all their links in the description below, so make sure to go check them out. They are really nice though. If you look close up, they have really good character. They've got various different kinds of colors, and they don't just do rocks, they do branches as well. And I think, I'm not sure, but they might do like leaf litter and stuff like that. You can go check out their website. They've got a lot for sale. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time.